perhaps I can explain a bit more, which is, again, this is a general contract. Most of the work under these contracts are competitively bid at the subcontract level. So for example, when it comes to an electrical system, they'll put out an electrical package, and that will be competitively bid. So the pieces of work are individually managed through a competitive bidding process, and we ensure that, and we do our own independent estimates of all of that. But what I would tell you is that even when you're talking about low responsible bid, state law has, despite the word responsible, has if a contractor can post a bond, they're determined responsible. One of the reasons that we've gone to this contract method is that we find that it actually saves us money, because if we can get the contractor involved early in helping make design decisions, we end up with the smartest design decisions we can. If we tried to do that in a low bid environment, all of those design decisions would then be subject to change orders. And candidly, you and many of your fellow board members are also allergic to change orders. So I think this is the best of both worlds, and is very tuned to this group, to this work. And again, we choose it, we don't use it across the board. We only use it for contracts that we think have the particular characteristics that meet it best, and there's a checklist that's attached to your findings that go through that. And I'd be happy to bring Dan up if there are other questions that you'd like to.
You spoke to it.
Well, I just want to follow one question, and more for clarification.
Yes.
My understanding is that we've done something similar to this already, with one contractor having the general contractor and the management come on, and the manager be combined. But in the bidding of a subcontract under these two particular ones we're doing, I guess I want to be and have that assurance that the competitive bidding process and all of the rules and all of that will be clear and upfront, and we will also be looking to make sure that in those contracts and those subcontractors that we do have diversity and a plan for working towards increasing. I don't want to see criteria or something done just to get this group in, and then we don't do the same for the other. I want to make sure it's a clear, upfront process that's out there, and not one that kind of gets, and we end up getting a person who may not be responsible, who may not have what is all needed, or just it becomes a headache later. So that's the assurance I'm looking for in doing this process on these two.
And I can provide you that assurance that this is the best contract mechanism to accomplish those objectives you just laid out, including heavy involvement or full involvement of disadvantaged businesses. The other advantage I think it has allowed us to do is also encourage the contractors to participate in apprenticeship programs at a higher level than perhaps even our contract requirements note. And I think that has a great advantage as well. So I think there are a number of advantages, but bringing the contractor on early so you can begin to work those plans with them to achieve those objectives together is really the way I think we've been so successful in our disadvantaged business program, for example, in the past.
I would agree that we have a track record that both in the DBA portion of the program, but also in using this method to get some very good results over time. So I'm personally comfortable because I know we have that reputation and that record of success. So with that, I'm going to ask if there are other I'll ask for a motion to approve.
A motion to approve.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. It's a very similar resolution, 1111.